Oh,
That's what it reminds me of as soon as we start hearing that.
oh, you need to use the charger.
We go, Brandon. 3, 2, 1, and you're live.
What it do? What it do? What it do? It's your boy Bdammone in the house with Coach Gomez.
What's popping?
What's going on, man?
Another great Sunday afternoon, my man.
Yes, sir. This is episode 129 of Along the Wire. We like to thank everybody for tuning in on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Remember, we are interactive, so if you are watching live on Twitter, you can leave a comment, and we will get at you as soon as we check up and look. And remember to make sure we are interactive, because that's one thing that we always want to do on the show. And, that helps us be live. And if y'all got something on your mind, we can talk to you live.
Yup.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is episode 129. We are at Level Up Productions, and this is going down. And we are excited to set the tone. And that's the name of this show. It's called Set the Tone. And before we start off the big show with a big guest, I've got some big advice. I'm going to look right in the camera.
Let's do it. What you got?
For all kids who are looking to be recruited, it is very important for you to have your DMs open. If you have a profile and you play football and you are looking into playing at the next level, it is very important to have that option open on your profile. Make sure your DMs are open and colleges are able to contact you. If anybody understands everything about recruiting, then you know that those contacts and those communication pieces, you want to keep things private if they're private.
And it's funny you say that, because I remember when before Michael Terry blew up, he didn't even have a Twitter. He didn't have any social media.
Mm-hmm.
So there's kids out there that are possibly we never even know about because they've never had a social media account.
Right.
And it's not their fault. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? But that's the good thing about Texas High School Coaching Association, where you got these conventions, coaches talk, hey, I got a player, I got a stud over here. I mean, I would say it's 50-50. 50% of that happens to coaches, word of mouth, relationships that built along the way.
Right.
And then the other 50% is, of course, social media, recruiting, self-recruiting, putting yourself out there.
Right. So, I mean, it's very important. One, have a easy name.
Well, actually, first thing is really have your real name.
Yes. Yeah. Easy. Yeah. Your real name.
Your real name.
Your real name on there. And then make sure that your DMs are open, because just like I get messages from athletes like, hey, this coach doesn't have their stuff open, I'm trying to get in contact with them. It's even more important that if you have their recruiting coordinators reaching out to you, that you have yours open as well. So just word of advice, have your name and make sure that your DMs are open so that you can be contacted. Sound good? Makes sense. All right. So set the tone. We are about to set the tone. And one of the best things that you can do to set the tone in the game is to set the line of scrimmage, right?
Win the battle in the trenches.
And we have our first guest on the show today who is doing a great job, and his squad is doing a great job of setting the tone, winning in the trenches, and it has them winning, and they are 4-0. I would like to welcome right now, we have class of 2002 offensive lineman from New Braunfels High School, James Don.
2022.
Oh, did I say 2020?
You said it's 2002.
Oh, that's when I
Ain't
graduated.
that right, James?
2022. Sorry. We are coming to you from like 20 years ago.
It's all good.
Sorry about that, James, man. How's it going, man?
It's going good.
Hey, man, thank you so much for your time, and we're happy to have you on the show, man.
Sir, appreciate y'all.
All right, so as I was just saying, setting the tone for the city, a lot of eyes were on y'all's game this past week versus Judson, and y'all went in and, I mean, some would say pull off the upset, and I think right now, if anybody was to say that Judson would be 0-1 and New Braunfels would be 1-0, that before that game they'd be like, nah, you're bugging. You're bugging. So first question to you, sir, is what was the mindset of everyone going into the game?
It was just go out and whoop these guys, we didn't really care about, rankings and all that. We just came out to play. So we just came out, whooped them, and you saw the result.
So what's been the difference in the mentality? Because I mean, y'all played them tough last year, but this year there was a total difference. What would you say was the change?
I feel like this year our squad's a lot more bonded together this year, and we were ranked so low, and everybody saw that. So I feel like that just gave us even more to push on. So I feel like that's what set us over the edge. Everybody's well known and everything. So.
Is that offensive line a pretty tight knit group? I mean, because y'all working well together, and even for a couple of series, I saw where they went back to back right behind, your left cheek. You know what I'm saying, going upfield, and you just made a big old tunnel for that running back, man. And it was pretty much there whenever they wanted it.
Yes, sir. We are pretty tight knit. They're younger guys too, so. I've been around them, some of them about a year, some others around 2 years now. So, but we hang out in our free time and everything. So just try to get as close as possible.
And just taking them under your wing, huh?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
All right. So during the game, it's tied, and you're going down for that last score. How do y'all feel in that moment? Are y'all tense? Are y'all lax? Do you notice if there's anything weird? I mean, and when I say that, it's because a lot of times when you're in pressure situations, some people might have like weird habits or like odd things. Like, why are you doing that? It's like a minute left in the game. What's really going through your head right now? So what's your mindset, and was there anything that was like, all right, I see my guys are ready now?
Everybody they were kind of hyped up, jumping around, getting up, getting going, and I was kind of calm because it's just, to me, it was just another drive,
Okay.
go down to score, and I was just trying to calm them down because they were all hyped up. Some of the other guys were getting a little nervous, some of the younger guys, so I just had to talk to them and calm them down, tell them it's just another drive, just play like you've been playing the whole game, and went out there and we scored that touchdown. And shout out to Landon Marsh because he made that happen at the end right there too.
Yeah, how was his night afterwards? Was everybody like, man, you hit that game winner? Because I was like, there's a lot of confidence in him to kick that field goal. You know what I mean? It's because like that's what y'all's coaches was setting up for, basically, huh?
Well, Marsh is the one who scored that touchdown. Our kicker, his name's Cade.
Okay.
He's a junior. I don't know his last. I think it's Cade Wenzel.
There you go.
Yeah,
Marsh was the one that was putting on the jukes and stuff on that, man,
and
getting it down that sideline. He was balling.
Yeah. Is your kicker okay after getting hit on that celebration?
I think he broke his pinky or something.
Wow.
DJ pushed him because he's only 105 pounds, and DJ's like 315. So DJ pushed him a little bit. He fell back and landed on his hand.
Oh.
Hey, but he's still able to kick. That's
I know.
amazing.
He still got his leg. He didn't break a pinky toe. He broke a pinky finger. All right. So now y'all are 4-0. Next week, y'all have Smithson Valley.
Mm-hmm.
What? Well, I mean, it's only been a couple hours, but how much are you looking forward to this matchup and asserting yourselves in the district?
See, like this point, I think this is going to be our biggest game of the season right here. Me personally, just because they're 4-0 and they're a really disciplined team. So
Right.
I feel like this is going to be the biggest game of our season. But if we take this game, I feel like we're going to win district for sure.
Okay. Did you have something you want to say?
No, that's pretty much right. You know what I mean? I think if they pull this one off, they're front runner for district for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So getting into you a little bit personally in your off season, I know that we've exchanged some messages, and I've been keeping my eye on you. How have you gone about asserting yourself in the recruitment world? And I know that you're down. I think you have a Final Four
I do.
right
I've
now.
stayed Final 5 now because I had gotten that Florida A&M offer, so I kind of moved them in there a little bit.
Okay, so going to the camps and making your presence felt in the recruiting world. How have you done that, and how has your recruiting been?
I think the camps is what really like started my recruitment. Really, I got an offer. I want to say it was April. It was like 2 or 3 days before my birthday. It was from Texas Southern. That was my first Division I offer, and ever since then, I want to say it popped off right around mid-May. And then when camp season, that's when it really just took off because I was going to these camps. I went to the SMU camp where all those coaches were there. That's how I got that Utah State offer. And so I'd say after all them camps, that's when it just really took off for me.
Mm-hmm. Anything that you noticed as far as mindset, like, because before going to the camps, what got you into, okay, this is what I really want to do, I've got to get out here and grind?
This is education, free college. So my dad went to college. He played basketball in college. He went to Tech, and then he transferred to Little Rock. So that's always been a thing for me is, get my education, and it helps to get it for free too. So.
Yep.
Oh, definitely. So when I had reached out to you a couple weeks ago and you were actually on a visit, how have your visits gone, and do you have any lined up for the future?
It was great. I went to Texas Southern, went down there, Houston. They played PV. It was a good game and everything. Had a good time. I'm supposed to. It's not official right now, but November 12th through the 14th, I'll be going to Grambling State. This weekend, I'll be taking an unofficial. It's kind of a visit, not really, to the PV versus Grambling game at the Cotton Bowl Stadium.
Okay,
that's cool.
I'll be up there. They're gonna give me tickets for that and a pass and all that type of stuff. So that's it for right now. I'm trying to get the Florida A&M visit, so we'll see.
That's good, man. That's good. Just stay on your grind and don't get sidetracked with all that other visit stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Continue to do what you do, man. You played a real good game on Friday and Thursday and execute. And execution, man, was major, man. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely, because exactly like Coach Gomez said, it's one thing to be on the line, but when you're that person that they actually go behind, and that pressure or that responsibility, the offense kind of lies on you in that aspect. Is that something that you take pride in?
Yes, sir. I love it. They say, I want to say against the Canyon game, we were on the goal line, and they said, we're going to run straight behind you. I said, I got you. Boom, pushed them in about 5 yards in, getting the pancake on the linebacker, and we ended up scoring. So
great, man.
Nice. It's good to actually hear, especially because I know everybody loves the skill positions.
Oh yeah,
but they wouldn't be able to do nothing without guys like James.
Yeah, for sure.
If the quarterback's not upright, you don't get a highlight.
Yeah.
Hey, make sure you trademark that. If the quarterback's not upright, you don't get a highlight. So, coming up behind you, you said that you had some young guys. Have they gravitated towards you, or like how are you taking them by the hand and helping them prep to get better?
I just show them like simple stuff I've learned from camps. Hand placement, stuff like that, feet work, all that type of stuff. I just try to what I was taught. I try to teach them. Because not they don't always want to listen to the coach. But sometimes they'll listen to me because I can speak to them like
Right.
our age group and stuff like that. So
They relate to the peers.
yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like I might not listen to my parents, but if my brother tells me something,
I'll listen to them. Yeah,
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Well, not only that, they see that the position he's in, so they're like,
Mhm.
what is he doing to get himself in that position? So you kind of lead by example, man.
Exactly. So, last team question, and then we'll get into some this or that. Coming into the season, what were the team goals? And if it's something that y'all want to keep under wraps, that's fine too. And is the season going exactly how y'all expected it to go?
Team goals are just make the playoffs. That's what we've always wanted to do, and I feel like we're making a really good stride to do that right now. Going 1-0 in district, so next week will be a real big game, and after that we should be straight.
Okay. And any young up and comers that the recruiting world needs to make sure that they keep an eye out on from New Braunfels?
Landon Marsh, he's a junior.
Right.
Y'all saw the game he had last. Jacob Redding plays defense. I think plays safety right now. He played both sides for us last year. He actually like dragged someone in at that Wagner game last year. I don't know if y'all saw that. It was all over.
Yeah. I was there.
Yeah, we were both there.
DJ, our left guard, he's coming back from an injury right now, but he played last game. His number's 59. He'll be really good. And EJ, our center, he'll be really good too later on. He's good right now, but he'll be even better later on.
Okay. All right. So now we're gonna get into a little bit of this and that real quick. We got about I'll do five questions.
We can do with this.
So we can do with that. Exactly. So are you a gamer?
Not really. No, I don't really play games.
Sometimes,
All right.
but sometime about G.
Okay. See. All right. No games and no.
We don't play no games, boy.
Exactly. So. All right. You're getting ready for the game. What's your playlist? Give me three artists on your playlist.
All right. Rich Homie Quan. Throw it back a little bit.
Wow.
Maybe the new album off Drake. Drake's new album, maybe a little bit of that.
Offensive lineman listening to Certified Lover Boy.
Nah, like Knife Talk or something. Like
Okay. I was about to say if you walk up there like I'm. All right, go ahead.
Probably some NBA YoungBoy.
Okay, so NBA YoungBoy, Drake, and Rich Homie Quan.
Sure.
All right, so I think I've asked this question to other players as well. Your pregame meal, what is it for that day? Big game versus Smithson Valley. What are you having before the game?
Like right before the game, or like the whole like lunchtime and everything.
Lunchtime. How are you loading up?
So every day I got like a meal plan type thing. So I got chicken breast with potatoes and usually green beans or asparagus. And then before the game, they give us Zaxby's or Chick-fil-A. So
okay,
Zaxby's. That's what I'm talking about.
I know that sounds.
I'm gonna take a drive. Right take a drive to San Marcos for that.
Shoot, it's actually it's not far from y'all, is it?
I think we have one in New Braunfels.
Okay. Yeah. That's right. That's what you just said. Let's see. How many did I say? I said 5. Nikes or Adidas?
Nikes, all the way.
Where am I at? Is that it? No, I got another one. Do I have anything on the social media right now, Joe?
No, we're good.
All right, we are good. All right, hey, so Do you have any questions? Because I'm all out right now.
No, I'm good.
Hey, James, how can people reach out to you on social media and drop your handles?
My Instagram is jdawn DAWN1_71 on the Instagram, and then my Twitter is just James then DA04.
And lastly, do you have a decision date? Or are you waiting towards the end of the year?
I'm thinking late November.
Okay. Good. Hey, everybody, this has been offensive lineman James Don, class of 2022, not 2002.
Yep.
New Braunfels undefeated 4-0, just defeated Converse Judson. Congrats on the win and the season so far, man. And I'll be watching next game versus Smithson Valley. Go out there and do your thing, man.
Appreciate it.
Great having you, man. Keep your nose in them books and keep doing your thing on the field. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank y'all.
All right. All right. That was James Don, offensive lineman. New Braunfels.
Who we got next?
Next up, do we got them both in there?
Starting back up again.
Already. Setting the tone. I like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't have anybody entering the room just yet, Brandon.
All right, let me have them both enter the room. I like the fact that, you know, he takes pride in having the offense run through his side and just how excited he got talking about the goal line. Like, I mean,
just looking, just listening to him, he seems like a great kid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Confident, like that he's helping out the youngsters. He also, gave love to his linemen that, he believed that are going to be a little more talented throughout the way, the youngsters. So
exactly.
That's good to look forward to.
All right. And the next set of people we have, we're just waiting on them to get in. We've got a set of teammates, and I'll let y'all know who they are. But it's another school that is setting the tone and making a difference.
Got a set of teammates. Who we got? I just see a TJ Andrews. And you got someone else?
Yep. Same squad.
Check you out.
Same squad. Because the confirmation was late. But on both? All right.
Cool. You want to start talking about the top 25?
You know what? Yeah. Let's go ahead and jump into the top 25.
While we're waiting, these guys.
All right. Bringing up the top 25 week 4 graphic.
Week 4.
Let's do it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
And this one, my apologies to my producer because I wanted to make sure that the new schools entered. I wanted to make sure everything was good, and because I got it in late. I got the
got you.
I got the rankings in late. So we are looking at number 1. We'll go 1 through 25 instead of 25 to 1.
Let's do it.
Number 1, Brennan. They did their thing last night.
Still playing tough ball, man.
And looking angry. Winning and looking angry. Like
proving a point.
Exactly.
Type of
exactly.
Attitude. I like it.
Exactly. I'm not seeing any of the temperament so far that I saw in the Vandergrift game. And that's what I'm looking at. And when I'm looking at Brennan games, as long as I don't see that seep in, like that not being interested type feel, then once they have a good lead, then I really just stop watching. Like, okay, they got it in control.
Yeah.
So good. Number 2, Brandeis. They've got a big game coming up next week.
Oh, they got battle tested. They faced a little adversity this past week. You know what I mean? Aiden did that kickoff return and ended up busting wide open and kind of getting a little confidence going in, and everybody got changed the momentum.
Right.
But before that, man,
Ethan Gates.
Clark was giving them, a little run for their money, man. So I think going into this coming game, it prepared them mentally, so in case you get in that situation again.
Yeah.
So I see Brandon's being in the dogfight.
Yeah. Number 3, Smithson Valley. They went in and it was good early close, and then they did what good teams do and they pull away.
Oh yeah, man, that's a Coach Hill team right there, man. How many times we talk about how well coached they are.
Exactly.
Always they limit the mistakes. They try to win in all phases of the game as far as special teams, offense, defense, and even coaching.
Exactly. Next up, we've got Cibolo Steel. They're still running around like madmen, like crazy. And I was thinking that I would like to see them versus Brennan. Just
hats off to Steel find the replacement for Wyatt Beagle. I mean, he was there 4 years, man.
That can't be undersold.
Yeah, man, he was there 4 years leading that squad, and you had a guy over there, just in the shadows, working and working and working. And obviously, he learned some things, and he, continued working on his craft because he's leading the team right now 4-0.
And I don't see any drop off.
No,
not saying that Beagle didn't have them at a level, but just that when you have a quarterback for that long and then you have somebody else come in, you're waiting to see what the growing pains are going to be.
Yeah.
So, props on that.
And what does that tell you, though? That they have a good program as well.
Exactly.
Because all you got to do is go in there and manage the clock, manage the game, and make the throws. You know what I mean? If you can find yourself a quarterback, a dude that can do that, what they drive off of is their defense.
And next up, we got Bernie Champion. Bernie Champion at number 5. And Bernie Champion, here we go.
What's that?
I'm pulling the schedule up, but it's lagging.
Got you.
So I'm gonna come back to Bernie Champion. So at number 6, we got Taft.
Yeah.
7, Alamo Heights. 8, Johnson. And I want to focus on Johnson because Johnson's the school that Brandeis plays next week.
Yeah.
And I want to say this. They stand to gain the most off of what their schedule is right now. And I say that because when you go back and you see how they're beating these squads, not saying who they're beating aren't world beaters, but they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Who are we talking about?
Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson's coming up, man. I mean,
Exactly.
Ever since Coach Soto made the move over, it seems like he has a new culture built over there.
So,
and they're buying into it.
Mm-hmm. So Johnson versus Brandeis is next week, and that's the game that I will be at.
Yeah, and you can tell how big of an impact he was because look at the downfall that San Marcos has had since he's left. Because when he was in San Marcos, man, he built a program over there.
Next up, 9. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hold up. I'm glad I had that. I'm glad I had that through all that.
You were at number 5.
Yeah. No. But I mean,
you were at Johnson.
Yeah. Next up is number 9, New Braunfels. I was looking at my last week's part. If I would have, let me scroll up. Okay. New Braunfels just coming off of beating Judson, and taking care of business like they are supposed to. They were up 2 spots. They're up 2 spots now, and they're the first one to move. The 1 through 8 stayed the same. Number 9, the new entry to the top 10 is New Braunfels, and that was a win. Yeah. That was them going out taking that game.
They're grinding.
Taking that game. Man. And I love the confidence that he spoke about playing Justin. We just went out there and beat him up. Like
in the trenches, they were just running the ball, controlling the clock. I think once New Braunfels really gets a passing game going, they're gonna be a squad to be reckoned with for sure. Because there was some passes that quarterback could have completed.
Right.
They were either underthrown or overthrown. But once they start getting that going, bro.
And even like last year when I saw them, and this year too, those receivers know how to get yards after the catch.
Yeah.
And you love seeing that too. Number 10, back into the top 10, Madison up 3 spots. From 13 up to 10. And, my only worry with Madison is the offense.
Yeah.
I mean, but they step up and they find somebody, and when you can find somebody to put the points on the board for you and you continue to win, you like to say that you have a system, but if you're prepping for Madison, who do you prep for? Who's going to step up?
And you're exactly right. They've been having different guys step up each game. Have different guys stepping up each game.
Exactly. So that's the top 10. Now going into the rest of the top 25. Judson is at 11. They are down 2 spots from 9 after their loss to New Braunfels.
We got our guest joining us now.
Both?
Justice is here.
All right. We got Justice. And is TJ not in yet?
Don't see TJ in yet, but Justice is here on standby.
All right. So let's go ahead and let's start with Justice.
Go ahead and bring him on now.
All right, we're going to take a break from this top 25 list that we're going down and getting started with our interview.
So we have got Mr. Justice Hurt. What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man, good. Happy to have you on. Thank you for making the time and being here on the show, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me as well.
No problem. So this episode's called Set the Tone, and Taft is definitely one of those schools that has been setting the tone for themselves since last year. I know last year you split time, or Malvern had gotten injured, and then you took over the reins. So how has it been for you personally in your development from last year up until now? And y'all are undefeated. So how's it feel?
Feels good to be undefeated, obviously. I mean, and then last year, like me developing, I just got better all around, pretty much. Running, throwing, and then physically, I got stronger and faster. So,
are you working with the trainer or anyone on your position?
No, I don't work with the trainer or nothing. My older brother played quarterback, so I work with him sometimes, and then just the coaches at Taft, they work with me a lot. So.
Okay, so going into this season, y'all were one of the more successful squads last year in making the playoffs for the first time in 16 years for the school. Actually, when I was in high school, as I introduced our last guest, y'all were a powerhouse, and now y'all are on your way back after that decade plus hiatus from the playoffs. So how's it feel to be garnering that interest back into Taft football?
It feels good to be back on top. I know we've been putting in a lot of hard work to be in this position, and we're looking forward to keep staying on top.
All right, y'all have been through some games this year, and I always look at I always look at teams and the type of games that they win. Y'all beat Seguin, Vets, Holmes, Marshall. And the game against Holmes, y'all had a scare. The game against Vets is a shootout. The game against Seguin, y'all impose your will and y'all win by multiple scores. So y'all have been through seemingly a lot of different trying
situations.
Different situations as a squad. And then you have the game against Marshall, in which it was close and then you pull away. So how does it feel to how are y'all as a squad and going through those situations? Is there any nervousness, or is it like, hey, we've already been there?
Yeah, no, we're used to being in tough situations, and we're always just trying to be the tougher team and keep fighting. So it's not too difficult when we're in a bad spot to get out of it or to find a way to win.
Right, and that fight is something that we've definitely seen since last year. Y'all are a scrappy group, scrappy group, and y'all run TJ and even Chriswell when the three of y'all have the ball. It feels like you just had a crazy run last week, and it feels like y'all are running against kids. Is there a certain motivation that the squad has? Because it seems like y'all all played with the same aggressiveness.
I don't. We're just a real run-heavy team. We like to run the ball. I mean, I feel like we're better athletes than most of the guys we play against, and it shows. Like when we run the ball, we're able to get our blocks and have our run backs hit the holes hard and fight for extra yards, things like that. I know offensively, like one of our mottos is pound sand, which is like run the ball. So
Okay,
that's a big little slogan for us.
Gotcha.
So y'all's next game coming up is Harlan. I know just off of the record books, it might look like they aren't a threat to you. So how do y'all keep from looking at the record as opposed to what the objective is in that game?
Yeah, so we look at every team the same. I mean, we're going to come in every week and bring our best game and practice our best game to play against any team. So we're not worried about what the record is or what they've done before. We're worried about winning and playing them and being our best.
Okay. Any questions, your coach?
No, sir. I think you got him.
All right. So when you have seen both sides of the pendulum, being down, and now you're on the upswing, what habits do you see that you formed or that your team has formed in order to create that winning culture that y'all have right now?
We just formed that relentless effort. Like we have it on our shirt under our game day uniforms, I guess you'd say.
Uh-huh.
We formed that relentless effort, toughness, being a big team in the weight room. We like to lift weights and be stronger than the other teams. I think those are a big part of the culture change. I know when I first got to Taft, we actually just got a new weight room, and I feel like that was a huge part of us starting to win.
Oh, no doubt. You gotta win the weight room before you're gonna win on the field.
Yeah, definitely. So is it true that Luis Miranda is the reason why you run so fast, because you have to run away from him in practice?
Yeah, he's a big problem in practice. He definitely gets a lot of sacks and pressures. I mean, there's practices where we go through pass hole, and I mean, we can't even get a ball off because Luis is in there getting me.
So I mean,
he definitely helps me get better.
Yeah, then that goes back to some stuff that we've said so far, is iron sharpens iron. So if you're not facing anything that's scarier than practice, then I mean it kind of makes the games easy,
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. So y'all started off district 2-0. What are the team's goals for the season? And actually no. The playoff loss last year to Hayes. Is that something that y'all still talk about, or is that any part of the motivation, or was that just last year?
I mean, I always think there's a little motivation from that loss. Obviously, we wanted to do better, and we know that we could have done better. So I think it's just something that we learn from. And I mean, we don't really look back on it too much. We just kind of learn from it and move on, I guess you'd say.
Okay, good. Because I know a lot of times it'll just burn, and then that's something that's like, hey, we never want to feel that again.
Yeah.
So
no, I think by now there's different goals, different mentality. I mean, I think it's one of those things that over the summer you might have thought about it, or in the spring, but at this point you got different goals.
Right.
If you're still thinking about last year,
yeah,
you need to take a step back and regroup, my man.
Exactly. Hey, man. So thank you again for coming on the show, man. We want to let you plug your social medias. How can people get in contact with you, and on Instagram and Twitter?
I think he bounced, dude.
Okay.
I think he might have had an error in Wi-Fi or something. With the phone.
That was quarterback from Taft right now. So yeah, that was crazy. It just Justice hurt.
Like, where can they find you? They can't.
Yeah, right.
Laters.
He's like, I'm out.
Bush.
I'm out.
Bush.
Defense can't find me, and nobody else can either.
Back into the genie bottle.
Right. All right. Hey, so once again, thank you, Justice, for your time, man. That's Taft. They are 4-0 right now, and their next game is Harlan. Things are really looking up for that program, and I think that their schedule is very favorable right now for them to go deep until that Brennan matchup. I mean, they would seemingly be the favorite up until that Brennan game. So they've got, and this is me saying this. So Harlan Warren, then Brennan, but you're gonna have a fight on your hands.
Yeah,
you got Warren fought Brennan last night. Brennan's just Brennan, and as long as they continue to play that way, but not buy into that, then boom. So
Brennan's gonna be tough the next couple of years. I mean, the DuBose brothers are gonna be there and again next year.
Oh, Justice just said his phone overheated. His phone overheated and it cut off.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, that's true because he had it in the sun.
Yeah,
you know?
on his dash. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, I see Brennan just setting the tone for years to come. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those dudes lead by example, and those guys just feeds off to everybody else, man.
Right. All right. So let's hop back into the top 25, and we will, once again, thank you, Justice, for your time. Number 12, Floresville. They just beat Southside.
Yep.
13, Central Catholic, coming off of their win. Laredo United was who they played.
Laredo United South.
Laredo United South.
John Jay with the bye at 14.
John Jay, 14 by Somerset
with the big win.
Yes. They got Cuero next week.
That's gonna be a good one.
I know.
I'm rolling with Somerset though. Coy Dammer got some on the roll right now, man.
He does.
Man, Coach, don't be giving out your plans already.
I know.
Look at this. Look at this. Look
yeah,
at this.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Pick him.
Hey. Yeah, but I definitely agree. That's gonna be a hell of a game. It's gonna be down in Cuero. So shout out to Somerset, putting yourselves in a situation, buying into your coaches, and shout out to the coaches for putting together a game plan that fits the talent that they have and being able to get these dubs.
Yep.
So number 16, Harlandale on a 4-game winning streak. They are up 3 spots. Marshall took the loss to Taft, but they're down 3 spots from 14 to 17. Lanier up 3. They had a bye this week. They moved from 21 to 18. Southwest Legacy escaped Del Rio.
Yeah.
They are up 1 spot. New entry, Davenport. 3-1. And I had been kind of on the fence with Davenport, but seeing the talent they have and the schools that they're playing, I think it garners them being, if they're beating Blanco and then they beat Katy.
Not only that, I mean, I don't even recall them having really a JV year.
Right.
They just straight up win and say, "Hey, we're playing."
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they their only losses to Shiner by 14.
And Shiner's
they were winning that game 14-0.
Yeah.
So I mean, shout out Davenport. I know I get messages from their players and members of that community all the time, and I've been watching. Number 21, Burbank, up 2 spots. They survived Edison. Edison's putting up some fights.
Yeah,
Edison
they're battling right now.
Yeah, and that's after their starting quarterback goes down.
Yeah.
So shout out to Edison for the effort. Reagan, number 22, they maintain that spot.
So what does off mean? Is it the same thing as
buy? I meant to switch that to buy. They were off. Yeah. Yeah. What is off?
I had to, man.
Coach calling you out. Coach calling you out.
Man. I had to, bro. I'm just like, what is off?
Vets Memorial is down
to
23 spray. After losing to Seguin. They are down. Yeah, that's a big drop.
Yeah.
and they were down all game, I believe.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Seguin, Ian Box, and his boys coming in. I love their running back they had, number 10. He ran extremely, extremely hard, extremely well. And it's good to see decisiveness out of running backs. And just, I think that can make all the difference. That can make all the difference in everything. When you look at these highlights and everything, it's the person with the ball who is controlling the action. You can't. Let me think of a word, showing my age. You can't be indecisive when you have the ball because that gives the defense the advantage. If you know what you're doing and you run that play, the second you freeze up or do anything or you try something, then you're probably going to end up getting hit and hurt.
Yes, sir.
Number 24, Holmes with the dub.
Yeah, Holmes is rocking right now.
Yeah, and we
over O'Connor too. That's a huge.
And we spoke about that, setting the tone again.
That's a huge confidence bidder right there for them.
So I mean, we'll have to talk. We'll have to. We talked about that off camera.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, you were right. I mean, Harlan back into the top 25.
Yeah,
Harlan back into the top 25 with that win over Stevens, and that's what I was looking at too, because there was a combination. There's some 25 through 28 squads. I'm like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
but when you look at the teams they beat and even their good losses, and them not having being shut out before is a deciding factor as well.
Yeah, but I think once we see midway season, we can start really distinguishing who's at the top and who's at the bottom.
Exactly. And you called it with that with the defense.
Yeah.
So shout out to this top 25. Harlan rounds out
the last two games, the 24 and the 25 game.
Called out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Harlan rounds out the top 25, and that is week 4 as we go into week 5, and there are some big matchups. Do we want to get into next week's game, or do we want to jump into the pick'ems? Because I mean, we're up against it right now.
What you mean? We're up against.
We're up against the time.
Yeah, coming up on 13 minutes left.
So we can get into some of the matchups for next week. We don't have to do our choices, but just talk about the games coming up. You want to?
Don't matter. I mean, we can go through our pick'ems right quick. I mean, because we're gonna be talking about next week's games anyways next week. What you think? Or what did you want to talk about next week?
It's some nice matchups. Like I mean, like
what
that.
You got? Talk to me.
What you got? Smithson Valley, New Braunfels. That was. I don't think either of those squads we saw being undefeated and possibly.
I'll tell you right now, I'll call Smithson Valley. Well coached.
You aren't going to go against Coach Hill. You are going to go against him.
I'm not going to go against him. I know what he brings to the table, man.
Yeah. Okay, Jay Holmes. I'm not saying pick a winner, but that is a game.
Jay and Holmes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Holmes.
Holmes over Jay.
Yeah, I'll go with Holmes over there. Yeah.
I think this is a repeat game for Holmes with what they have to do to win, just like they did versus O'Connor. But I like the fact that Jay has a young, good quarterback, and they've got Huerta in the backfield, and both those dudes can run. And I'm just wondering what that game's gonna end up playing out like, because I mean you're gonna have two squads that aren't gonna quit.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. It's gonna be a dogfight. But I see
Morales.
I see Morales putting it together, and I see Ernie making a big play on defense. You know what I'm saying? I see
wild card.
Yeah, I see some stuff happening on offense with the quarterback's been playing phenomenal lately.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this year's Holmes' year, man.
All right. So all right. One that might not. Well, I was gonna say Vets Harlandale. Harlandale's undefeated.
Harlandale take it.
Harlandale to take Vets.
Yeah.
Vets Memorial.
Yeah. This will be the year for Harlandale.
Veterans Memorial.
Veterans Memorial. Yes.
Harlandale.
Judson Independent School District. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this will be hard in those years.
Oh, let's see.
So you're trying to get me to tell you what teams are going to win for your pick'ems?
Nah.
I already got this.
Hey, did I not?
We've never done
It's
this.
recorded. Is there anything on social media we need to?
I've never done this before, Joe. Have we ever done this? There was a little wrench in it
No.
for some reason.
Nah.
He's trying to cheat again, man.
Nah.
Yeah.
Again would imply there was a first time.
Yeah,
Again would imply there was a first
we got it recorded.
So hey, and it's recorded that I said we don't have to say the picks. I'm just saying these are going to be good games.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna just go over the games.
Is
See
Judson?
you see how he tried to get you.
Yeah.
Is and here let me get ready to put my armor on.
What do we got?
Is Judson Clemens gonna be a good game?
Okay, you're getting me
No.
Okay,
I asked
it's gonna be a pretty good.
got.
Okay, it's gonna be pretty good, but I'll tell you, Justin's gonna come out with the victory because they have the experience at quarterback. Not saying that Nate Alvarez was not able to pull it off. The kid's been doing great. He's developing to a great ball player, but he's young. Michael's Burrow's been more in that situation, but can Judson bounce back within their inner demon? You would say because I think it's more. They have the athletes. I think it's more within themselves.
Who has the athletes?
Judson.
Okay.
Can they bounce back? You know what I'm saying? I don't think Clemens will beat them. Judson will beat themselves if they end up losing that one. But Judson will come up with that victory.
And
what do you think?
And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if you are Judson High School and you play football, you're losing because you are undisciplined.
Yeah.
And it's showing up at key moments of the game in which if you were watching another school play, you would look at that school and be like, what the hell are they thinking? But no, that's you. And you can't do that. You have got to be focused and understand the situation that you are in as a player and on that team, because regardless of if it's a fumble, if it's a penalty, if it's you're trying to get some get back on after the play, like you cannot risk your team for an individual act.
Yeah, sure.
You cannot risk your team because now it's like, yeah, you've lost to New Braunfels now, and no slight to New Braunfels, but I guarantee you everybody in the city it's got that Roosevelt feel. It's got that Roosevelt feel. So, and after the Roosevelt game, I mean, Judson's 1-5 in their last 6 games.
Yeah.
And that's not Judson like. That's not what that's not Judson like.
No, it's not, but it's also a reality check. Hey,
exactly.
And what are we doing personally wrong?
That's why I think Clemens will beat Judson. Because I think that secondary, who's going to help Allen? And I don't mean to call players out singly, but when I look at the strengths and I look at the weaknesses, the biggest onus is going to be on that Clemens offensive line. If they can give Nathan a little bit of time, and he's going to find Freddie, and I think that they have a better way of getting their guys the ball than Judson does, getting their athletes the ball. And so, regardless, they just did that to South San. Yes, it's South San, but they played Brennan very well.
Yeah, defensively.
Yeah, and so, I mean, I'm not saying. Well, I am saying if they can play Brennan that well, then they are good enough to play against Judson and give them a game. Mm-hmm. And if it's going to come down to mental errors, I think Freddie and his little chunk and deuces thing is the mental error that they had to have last week for them not to do it this week.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a game. And I think
a game.
Yeah. So I'm making the argument for Clemens to win that game. Let's see. What else?
Still got time for your pick'ems, man.
I mean, there's some more. I mean, you're trying to say that I'm getting his picks. I'm not getting his picks.
No, I'm not just saying. There's still time for the pick'ems, dude.
All right. Let me
So what game are you talking about? What other game are you talking about? Good.
Steele Wagner.
Both 4-0.
No, 2-2 Wagner versus Steele. But I was saying on the pre-show that I think Wagner is a good litmus test for the district because if they can perform and get you behind, then they can keep you away from the football. Because I look at how they played Smithson Valley last year.
Yeah.
And that was a game that they...
Nah, she's still pulling that one off. Yeah. That'll be for sure.
I think you're right. Because, I mean, you know, when it comes to... I think that's the opposite of Judson, and that's what will be the difference between Steele and Judson is the discipline on the defensive side and just overall. Let's see. Bernie Champion, El Campo.
Ocampo.
You got Ocampo over Bernie Champion? And then Brandeis Johnson. But okay, let's get into the pick'ems. I mean, I'm just
like, I typed in about 9-10 games. I'll be all right.
You can go back and look at the tape.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to go back, and I got about 10 games for sure that I know that I'm going to.
Oh, man.
You know, we're just messing with
you. I know.
This show ain't the show. We ain't busting your balls.
He said. All right. So, Divine. All right. First off, Judson versus New Braunfels.
I had Judson, man. I thought they were going to bounce back. You and I had that phone conversation.
Right.
Saying that, hey, if Judson couldn't pull this off, that it's going to be a long season for them. And we saw that Braunfels was able to pull it off, and it's going to be a long season for them, bro. And they're going to play from behind.
And Judson spotted them some crucial yards on that last penalty before that last possession. I'm thinking if they don't have that penalty, then that might be out of that field goal kicker's range.
Yeah. All right. So I got the L. That's the very last page, I believe. You got the L probably. Yeah, we're going for Judson.
Let's see. Kennedy, Sam Houston. I had Kennedy. Sam Houston won. Congrats.
I had Kennedy as well.
All right. Got the L. Marshall Taft. I had Taft. Taft won. Congrats. Clark Brandeis. I had Brandeis. All right. Brandeis won. Stockdale, Yorktown. You know what? Maybe next time we just keep it to within San Antonio. No,
those little ones. I like them little ones, man.
They need love too. That's how I've been pulling away. Let's see.
What'd you say?
Blanco Antonian. I had Blanco. Antonian got the dub.
Stockdale didn't come up.
Wait, where?
The Stockdale one?
Nah, Stockdale won 30-21.
Did we have that one on here?
Stockdale. No, I don't see it.
All right, cool. So where's the Antonian one at the back? Yeah. Antonian and Blanco, who win?
Antonian with the dub.
Who'd you get?
I had Blanco.
Me too.
Madison Churchill. Madison won. I had Madison. All right, Roosevelt Lee. Roosevelt won. Shout out Brendan Carroll. 9 carries, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Roosevelt won?
Yes, sir. Holmes O'Connor. I had O'Connor.
I had Holmes.
Yes, you did. I lost that one. Shout out Coach Morales. Stevens Harlan. I had Stevens.
I had Harlan.
What?
Oh, I had explained to you.
Yeah. That's right. I said it. Burbank Edison. I had Burbank.
I had Burbank.
See, I don't mind losing if on my West Campus are my losses.
Hey, I'm going for the W. That's my alma mater, but I'm going for the W, my man.
Shoot. Highlands Jefferson. Who'd you have?
Highlands
won 22-0. I had Highlands as well. Brack Memorial. Who'd you have?
Brack.
I had Brack as well. Brack won 42-20. Yeah. East Central Steel. Who'd you have?
Steel.
You had East Central. Is that lunch?
Steal.
Oh, I
baby.
thought it was a lunchbox.
No, that's next week. But we still got the W.
Let's see. Yes,
You have
I had still got the W. Smithson Valley Wagner. Who'd you have?
Smith and Valley.
Smithson Valley 1. I had Smithson Valley as well. Clemens South End. You rolling with Southside? All right.
Clemens.
I had Clemens as well. Clemens 1. Southwest Legacy Del Rio.
Southwest Legacy.
Legacy escaped. Cornerstone versus Eagle Pass. Who'd you have?
I actually had Eagle Pass.
What?
Yeah.
Let me make sure I see this right.
I think Cornerstone might have won, huh?
Look at you going against the stone.
Yeah. They hadn't started off well, man. I knew it was going to be a close game, but...
Where's it at? I know I've seen it. Oh, yeah, Cornerstone. Yeah, that was that 50-piece nugget they put up. 50-10 over Eagle Pass, and I had Cornerstone.
All right.
All right. Laredo United South, Central Catholic. Who'd you have?
Central Catholic.
You sure?
Yep.
All right. I had Central Catholic as well. Bernie Champion versus Laredo United. Bernie Champion won.
Where's that one at, man?
42-14.
I know. All right. Bernie Champion won, right?
Yeah. Uvalde versus Laredo Johnson.
I had Uvalde.
Come on now. Where we at?
Your time is up.
I don't see it. I don't see Uvalde. Laredo United.
All right. Well, I'll try to put a question mark on that one.
Buddha Johnson versus McCullum.
I had Buddha Johnson.
I had McCullum.
Who won? Buddha Johnson.
Where are we at? I don't see it on here, man. I'm gonna be done with them.
How about Vets and Seguin?
I had Vets. Who'd you have?
I had Vets.
Seguin won that. I had Medina Valley over Southwest. Southwest won that.
You had Medina Valley?
Yeah. Canyon Lake versus Alamo Heights. Who'd you have?
Alamo Heights.
Had Alamo Heights. Alamo Heights won. Bernie over Sweetwater.
Bernie
Who'd you
won.
have?
Bernie won.
Yeah.
Who'd you have?
That's payback. Bernie. Because that was a good game last year.
Did that one come up? Eagle Pass win Jordanton.
Eagle Pass and Cornerstone.
No, Eagle Pass win. Yeah.
Yeah. Jordanton won 30-21. I had Eagle Pass win. That's an L for me.
That's another L for me. All right, cool. Divine Pleasanton, right? We're at the top.
Divine Pleasanton. I had Divine Pleasanton won 35-12. Beeville Jones, Somerset.
Somerset won.
Somerset won. I had Somerset as well. Gonzalez versus Ingleside. I don't see it on here. Yeah. Keep going though.
Pearsall Holy Cross. What you got?
Pearsall Holy Cross.
Yeah, if you didn't see,
I had Holy Cross.
Who won?
I believe it was Holy Cross. Oh, here's Buddha Johnson versus McCullum.
Who won?
Buddha Johnson.
Who did you have?
I had McCullum.
All right, I got the W.
Let's see. Eagle Pass win lost to Jordanton. Was that the one we were looking for?
On that one,
okay.
Yeah. We needed Uvalde and we needed Laredo.
All right. Cuero versus Navarro.
I had Cuero.
I had Cuero as well. Navarro won 29-27.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Poteet versus Manor Tech. Who'd you have?
Poteet.
Poteet won 48-8. Comfort Bandera. Who'd you have?
I had Bandera.
I had Bandera as well. Bandera won 40-6. Hondo Marion. Who'd you have?
Marion.
I had Marion. Marion won 35-31. South San West Campus versus Church John Paul. Who'd you have?
Church John Paul.
You know I take my L with my high school.
All right. So the Gonzalez and Ingleside game.
Okay.
Ingleside had won. I had Ingleside.
I had Gonzalez.
Did you find the Pearsall one?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Holy Cross won 49-zip. Dehanus versus Pettis. Where we at? Dehanus versus Pettis. I don't see it.
All right, Uvalde and LBJ.
Okay.
I had Uvalde. Uvalde lost 19-20. Who'd you have?
Uvalde.
I think that's it, right? Which one are we missing? Did you get the Pettis one?
No, I don't see that one.
All right, let me look it up real quick. That's the last one.
That's the last one.
Because Joe's going to start making you clean now because we went over.
No, y'all making me miss my date with my wife. I'm hungry.
Oh, wow. Let's hurry up.
All right, right here. Let me see. Where are we going to eat, Joe?
I don't know, man. I think Mama wants to go to Las Palapas.
All right.
Monday.
So it was Pettis and Dehanus. Dehanus won 50-6.
That's where she want to go.
50-6, brother.
Who won?
Dehanus. Would you go with Pettis or Dehanus?
I'll never let anybody Pettis.
Bet. So count your W's.
All right. W's are $22.
26 W's, my man.
All right. So that puts him up by 3 overall. He's up by 3 overall.
26 W's, my man.
You saw him when he came in.
Yeah.
He came in confident. He knew he got this.
It's the burst.
It's the burst. We have to come out and burst wins.
It's the burst.
So who's gonna be second place now?
It's a long season.
I don't like to brag.
It's
Joe.
a long
me, man.
season.
I stay humble and just walk in, do my job.
You know why he's +3 right now?
What?
Because he was down 1 walking in today.
Come on, man. Come on.
All right. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Along the Wire, episode 129. This has been Bdammone and Coach Gomez. Follow me on Twitter at Bdammone. Follow me on Facebook at Along the Wirecast. On YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel, San Antonio High School Football, Along the Wire, SATX. You can follow me at Bdammone. Follow Coach Gomez at
STX7V7 on Twitter.
And this has been a Level Up production, and it is going down. Peace. Hook 'em. Birds up. 210. We out.
Enjoy your week.